Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Russ Can Fly. It is time for my flight review, so let's get it.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm out here at the Northeast Philadelphia Airport, and as you can see, as I scan the field, you know, everybody and all the planes are here. People are getting ready to fly out. The weather has been absolutely nuts. I mean, low ceilings, storms, tornadoes, hail, everything that you can think of. And so yeah, it's just been nuts recently. So I am due for my 24-month flight review. Can you believe it's been 2 years since we've been out here, and I first took my first Discovery flight, and I started flight training, and I got my license. And yes, it's been 2 years since I've had my license, and it's been amazing. But one of the things that you're required to do is you have to do a flight review. And so you can either get another rating or you can do your flight review. And so because of the fact that I'm not getting my instrument rating anytime soon, and the weather has been horrendous and I haven't been studying for the written, I have to do a flight review. So I'm out here, and one of the things I have decided to do is anytime I'm going to do something that involves like testing or reviewing or something like that, I'm not going to put cameras in the cockpit. I don't want the CFI who's going to be evaluating me, or the DPE or whomever, to be worried about, if they're going to be on film and all that kind of stuff. It's not fair to them. Also, I want to be completely dialed into what I'm doing. I don't want to worry about cameras and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a completely clean cockpit. But on the other side of the flight review, I'll definitely give you some details about what to expect in the flight review. And I'll talk about some of the stuff that we did, but just so that you can understand, because there's going to be some of you who may find yourself in the same situation. All right, so I'm going to get in here, get myself situated, get my mind right to fly. Hopefully we're able to go. As you can see, the ceilings are just kind of weird, and it's been stormy and crazy of late, so we'll just have to see how it all plays out. But hopefully I'll be able to do the flight portion. I've already done some ground. I'll talk about that. One of the things I'll say about a flight review, especially doing the ground, absolutely amazing. I say you should do something like this maybe every 6 months, just to keep your skills sharp, just to get, allow somebody to see how you're flying, and, doing calculations and all that kind of stuff, because of course I learned a ton. Anyway, gonna go in here, get, meet with the CFI, and get in the plane and see if we can make this happen. All right, see you on the other side. Okay, so I'm in the plane. I said I wasn't gonna do any cameras, but it's kind of like a crazy situation, because it looks like I'm just gonna do pattern work. Unfortunately, the ceilings are too low to kind of like do pattern work, but they're in a good place where we can do I can do some touch and goes and some pattern work, and something that I haven't done in a long time. So that's what I'm gonna do instead of doing my flight review. So we'll see what's going on, but that's the deal. Just gonna go up, do some pattern work, and try to get comfortable with that. And that's something I haven't done in a long time, and I haven't done it without a CFI, so it's a little intimidating, but yeah, that's the one thing about aviation. You have to just be ready for the unexpected, and weather is always an issue. So let's get this plane started, and we'll do that, and I'll show you how I do some touch and goes. Clear prop. Well, let's get my ATIS first. ATIS 121.15.
Echo 1554 Zulu observation. Wind 320 at 10. Visibility 10. Q clouds at 2,500. Scattered at 5,500. Temperature 26, 2.19er.
Northeast ground, Piper Archer 2549er Quebec at Legacy, ready to taxi.
Number 2549er Quebec ground, verify ATIS Echo.
Affirmative for ATIS Echo for 2549 Quebec.
49 Quebec, thanks. Runway 24 Juliet, intersection departure, taxi via Alpha Golf Juliet, cross Street Golf.
right, Alpha Golf Juliet cross 33 at Golf for 2549 Quebec. All right.
Number 2549 Quebec, same direction.
I'll be closed traffic for 49 Quebec.
Roger.
And you heard me tell him close traffic because he's asking me for a departure. So I think I've done this before. If I'm not mistaken, this is this is what I did some years ago. I mean, not some years ago, some weeks ago. Yeah, so we gotta go. Yeah. So we're gonna do Golf here. So you look up front there, you see Golf. So I'll be making a right up here. All right, let's light up everything. It's always interesting to me the things that I remember from my flight training. One of them I remember is that anytime you're crossing a runway, whether it be active or not, to turn on all your lights. So I turn on my taxi landing light, I turn on my strobes, all that good stuff. Just because
clear left, clear right.
The tower's watching you. Just want to make sure that you're seen on that active. And so that's just one thing I just remember for some reason. All right, so I'm taxiing on out. Gonna do departure. Gonna stay in the pattern. One of the things that's gonna be interesting is that I'm not used to right, left, so they can give you either, any kind of traffic. So that's one of the things I'm gonna have to be mindful of. And Northeast Tower, Piper Archer 2549 Quebec, holding short of runway 24 at Juliet, ready for departure, close traffic.
November 2549 Quebec, Northeast Tower, runway 24 Juliet, clear for takeoff, make left, close traffic.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, make left, close traffic for 49 Quebec. All right, clear for takeoff.
Good, turn for 36 Lima.
Left, close traffic. All right, at my 24, all right, heels to the floor, full power. All right, engine instruments in the green, oil temp, oil pressure, suction, all look good. Airspeed is coming alive.
Uniforms, holding short 24 Juliet.
And we're ready to fly. Get some right rudder in there.
November 8108 Uniform, Northeast Tower, runway 24 Juliet, clear for takeoff. 24 Juliet, clear for takeoff, there, uniform. Northeast Tower,
left close traffic. All right, climbing out nicely. So here's the crazy thing about this flight. I've never done pattern work at Northeast Philadelphia Airport. So I gotta say to you, I was a little worried because I haven't done pattern work at Northeast Philly since I was flying with Manish. So definitely interesting for sure.
49 Quebec, make right close traffic.
49 Quebec, right traffic.
Okay, firm.
Roger. And now you can see up here, it is a little hazy.
November 49er Quebec, extend downwind, I'll call your base.
Extend my downwind, you'll call my base for 49er Quebec. Alright, so I'm not doing a lot of talking because I have to listen to tower here. And since people weren't able to really go anywhere because of the ceilings, everybody who was flying that was a student was in the pattern. So pattern was pretty busy that day. There's some other people in the traffic pattern. If you look out there, man, it's hazy. Cloudy, hazy.
November 49er Quebec, traffic you're following is a Cherokee off your right-hand side, port site.
Look for traffic for 49 Quebec. Traffic in sight for 49 Quebec.
November 49er Quebec, follow that traffic, runway 24, clear for the option number 3.
Clear for the option, runway 24, number 3 for 49 Quebec. Alright, so I must be behind him. So it was definitely interesting to be in the traffic pattern like this and knowing I was going to do some touch and goes. I will say that I was happy that I did this because it really did help me with my ATC communications. Also, it helped me with spotting the other planes and looking for traffic, all that good stuff. Alright, let's do our first notch of flaps here. Final's clear. Alright, so I got the traffic in front of me in sight, putting in notches of flaps and getting ready to land. Second notch of flaps. And I see the traffic ahead of me. And this is going to be a touch and go. I haven't done one of these in eons. Don't get slow, dude. Don't get slow. So it has been so long since I've done pattern work. That pattern was a little funky. And unfortunately, the VASI is not operational. And I see that traffic ahead of me. And I'm just paying attention to that plane that is currently on the runway. Keeping some power in.
Cessna 0 Tango Whiskey. Traffic you're following is a Cherokee short final.
That's me.
Basic 0 Tango Whiskey has the traffic inside.
All right, it's time to touch and go. Let's get it. All right, instruments in the green. First touch and go in a minute.
November 7-6 Mike. Traffic you're following is a Cessna in the crosswind. Report in sight.
Looking for traffic, 76 Mike.
First touch and go in a minute, y'all. All right, just listening to what he's gonna give me left or right. I just want to fly one way heading for now.
November 49er Quebec. Make left close traffic.
Left close traffic for 49 Quebec. So we're going left this time. And actually, it's going to be interesting because then you'll see the river out this way. So basically, given the ceilings that are beginning to drop, I do just 2 more laps in the pattern. And it was interesting because I think I ended up like flying, believe it or not, for an hour just doing touch and goes. But a couple times on the last 2, my downwind was extended so long. I'm thinking like I'm almost to another airport. So I'm just gonna conclude the video here, and I just wanted to show you that, you know, with aviation, things changes all the time, and you just have to go with the flow. So any students out there, I know it may be frustrating, but trust me, it'll all come together. Just hang in there. All right, so with that, Russ Kid, Russ can fly, I'm out. Peace.